Weird in a bad way. Hello.
What's up?
We're back. We missed the 1 week. 1 week? I think we missed 1 week. Not too bad for us. We were busy last week. Jane had a friend in town. Brianna came up from Texas, which was very nice of her to visit us.
Yes.
Did you have a highlight? Oh, go ahead.
First non-familial friend come visit.
Yeah, for either one of us.
Yeah.
And I've lived here for over 2 years. So if
you guys were wondering who's more popular,
if I have
I'm just kidding.
any friends listening, brother.
Screw you. No, just kidding.
I probably don't because I don't have any real friends. No one's listening.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah, it was really nice having her. Do you have a highlight from the weekend when she was here?
I mean, I do. I just have to. I didn't think you were gonna ask me that.
Yeah, I'll tell you mine first then.
Okay.
We went to Limestone Pizza in Lawrence. I absolutely love their pizza, and I was so hungry because I woke up at like 5 a.m., biked, then immediately started hanging out with these guys, and we went to the art museum, which was nice. We went to the Nelson Atkins Museum in Kansas City. And then we drove to Lawrence, so we didn't get to Lawrence until like 2:30ish. So I was so hungry. And we each ordered our own pizza by design.
They're
like 12-inch pizzas. So they're not massive.
Yeah.
They're like
but they're not really that big.
They're like bigger than like a personal pizza though, I'd say. A personal pizza is normally...
You said they aren't massive, and I said but they aren't really that big. Same thing.
Yeah. So, but they're also not tiny. They're not like a 9-inch, you know? So anyways, I absolutely destroyed my whole pizza, and I loved it. Like, not only do I love destroying pizzas, this pizza is like my favorite pizza to destroy. And then Jane had like half of hers, destroyed the rest of hers. And then
I don't really like that pizza very much.
I was yeah. So I mean, it's a unique style.
It's too saucy,
dude. I feel like there's not much sauce.
It just feels very soupy. Like all the ingredients kind of just slip away. If that makes sense.
I really like the crust and that there's not a lot of sauce.
Can I tell you what's really on my mind right now?
Let me finish. I was about to destroy Brianna's pizza, the rest of hers, because she offered, but then it had mushrooms on it and olives. Yeah. And I was like, no.
Not for you.
But anyways, you should also say what your highlight was from.
My highlight, I think, was just like hanging in the car.
Nice.
Also, though, we went to this museum, and it was like dinosaurs and space.
I did not go. This was while I was biking.
And it was so cool. Like, it definitely was kid geared heavily, but it was very cool, and I was loving it. And they had live animals up in like a room. They had like gerbils and frogs, and they had a big tarantula. Terrifying.
Well, I'll have to go sometime with you.
It's fun. And we talked to this kid at the front desk because I wanted to know I wanted to know if any of the fossils that they had on display were real. Because I was like, there's like a giant he said a T-Rex. Which I knew that wasn't real because that would be insane. Like, why would that be at some random, no one even knows what it is museum in Kansas? But it was really cool. But there was a bunch of other, like, smaller things and stuff that just looked real. So I was like, I think some of it's real. And he was like, yes. But it was all the stuff that was, like, kind of lame. Like the fish.
So cool, though.
Not a big fish girl.
Yeah.
Not a big fish girl. But that was really fun. And the kid was so fun and nice. He was funny. Because I was, like, asking him all these questions. Like, I think I preface, like, these might be the dumbest questions. Like, Brian and I were like, these definitely are the dumbest questions you're gonna ever get. And I know you see children here daily. It doesn't matter. So I asked him, how do you know the difference between a butterfly and a moth? And he said, and if we're doing video for this, which I hope we are, it was like this. I gotta think back on that. oh, because of how they do their chrysalis. It was like, okay, you looked to the side, and then you looked back at me. Oh, like it was very, you knew that. You knew that in your soul. That wasn't like a let me dig through my, and it was like an organized thought. As in, I think his brain is really like filed out in like the
Yeah,
systems.
he had to look up
And
to
for
the
me,
filing cabinet.
yeah, like, but he knew exactly where it was because he's got it all,
It's all
color
organized.
coded,
Yeah.
A to Z, whatever. And I was amazed. And then I said, "How do you know after that?" And he said, "Hmm. Oh, moths don't close their wings up like this." I said again, I'm hitting you. I mean, I guess, but I just expected him to be like a teen boy who just has a job that he does not really give a crap about.
Mm-hmm.
I underestimated this person. Now, hear me out. I'm really happy I knew that information now. I asked him, "Oh, I already said you're in a really good job, it seems, for all of your knowledge." And I said, "Are you like going to, like, is this like a career path?"
Mm-hmm.
He goes, "Yes. I'm going to school at KU to be a paleontologist and like a something illustrator, like fossil illustrator or something like that." I said, "Oh, love that for you." And he was so giddy about it. Like you could tell he was like,
Has he
"Yeah,
started?
I do want to
Or
talk
is he
about
still
this."
in high
Yeah.
school?
No, he's in school.
Oh.
He's at KU. I was shook. And it made me really think or realize I would much rather ask a person a question about like that kind of randomness than my phone. I could have Googled that. But why? Because I would have missed out on this interaction and seeing this person light up telling me about something they really like that I don't even care that much about. Truthfully, if he was like, I don't know, I'd be like, sick. I would move on. I don't even think I would have Googled it. I didn't care that much until he was like, yeah, I actually do know. Yeah, sorry. Now I'm on a tangent because I
Yeah,
was
what were you
enjoying
going to
that
say
much.
before I forced you to say your highlight from the weekend?
Oh, I think it went away. I was gonna say that I can't stop. Was having a hard time because there's people talking loudly. Did you hear them? We're in different rooms. Oh, it was quite upsetting. Anyways, yeah, thanks, Brianna, if you're listening. That was a
Yeah,
lot of fun.
so that was good. Otherwise, I did a bike race on Saturday too, and it went fine. I got fourth place. Felt like I could have done better.
Could have
Felt
done worse though.
kind of tired on the day. I think my training. I had a recovery week right before it, but the 4 weeks before that, I was going pretty hard. I think my body was still tired. Feeling better now.
Readjusting.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
next weekend got a filthy 50,
Probably should
which
have turned a light on in here.
is that a joke? You always yell at me for. You always yell at me for turning on lights. What?
Oh, it was not a joke.
Well, you yell at me for when I leave lights on. And you're like, I wish you would have turned a
No,
light on in here.
a genuine thought because I like sitting in the dark. But I'm realizing now that it probably doesn't look great on the video. But I thought you were saying, "Is that a joke?" Because I just allowed my brain, that was a thought I had that I wanted to say out loud, and I did, regardless of the situation, which I try to not do all the time. So I thought you were saying, "Is that a joke?" Because you interrupted me, and I hate when people interrupt me. And then you said, you yell at me for turning on the lights. So it just caught me off guard. Like, I knew you were going to be annoyed, but that was funny.
Well, you can always get up and turn on the
I'm
light if you
going to be
want. It's not
laughing
that
about
hard.
this later.
Dude, just turn on a
Yeah,
light so we can see you.
It was just a thought. It was just a thought. It wasn't like I'm
but
having
you
such a
should go do
problem.
it.
Okay.
Nice, much better.
Is that better?
Yeah, now we can see you.
Hey.
Yeah,
What were you saying?
Looking forward to the Filthy 50 next weekend. It's in Preston. Well, it starts in Lanesboro, but we're going to Jill's. Stay with her. My parents are going to come down and also are competing in the event. Did you know that?
Fun.
My mom's doing it too.
I did know that. Is she doing the 25?
I think so.
See?
So yeah, and that's kind of the last hurrah for my season. There's one more gravel race that I might do end of October, but we'll see. Um, in other news, I had a story from work that I wanted to tell.
Ooh, yeah. And I haven't heard it.
Yeah, Jane has not heard it yet. It's really not that good of a story, so maybe temper your expectations. But yeah,
Temper.
so I think 2 days ago now,
Interesting word.
on Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
um, I'm like gonna go ride over lunch, so I want to check like, okay, if something happens out on the road, like I'm only planning on going out for an hour, but just in case something goes wrong, when do I need to be back by, you know? So I
Mm-hmm.
look and I'm like, oh, I have a meeting at 2. Okay, sounds good. I'll definitely be able to make it back for that. And I'm like, what is this meeting? And it's like the design review for the feature that I'm supposed to be leading.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that it was coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have the whole review like fully prepared. So that wasn't a
Yeah.
big deal. Like it wasn't like I was just like completely not doing my job or my work. I just didn't know it was that day, so kind of maybe not ideal. So then I'm like, okay, I better make some quick talking points, like so I know what I'm going to say while I go through this. Even though I had the whole document ready, I just like to have some talking points. So I do that, go for my bike ride, come back, and then I'm like, all right, here we go. And so we're like waiting for everyone to come in because there's like quite a few different stakeholders that come to these.
Ooh,
Um,
stakeholders.
yeah, like the
Filet mignon?
no, just
I just kid. I knew like a steak. I know what it means. There's just
okay. Yeah, so there's just quite a few different people that have to come. So we were waiting a couple minutes past the hour to get everyone. No one's saying everyone anything. Most of their cameras are off, which is fine. My
no.
camera's on, and I'm just
Good.
like waiting. And then no one's saying anything though. Everyone's on mute. And then
Not good.
I just the last person that I need comes in, and I'm like, all right, I think we're good to go. Like that's what I say, and then I just start going, right? And I'm like, just going through my talking points because I kind of like to like know what I'm gonna say and just like let's get through this. Like I'm not dilly dallying here, you know.
Dilly dallying
And
is my
so I'm
favorite.
just like going. I'm like, wow, no one has any comments because these reviews, there's like quite a bit of like back and forth normally, and like there has to be like follow up mitigations and stuff like that. And then Todd comes barging into my office. Like this is like 15 minutes into the review. My boss.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah.
No.
And he's like, "Can you hear us?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't know anyone was talking." So people were apparently talking and stuff, and they could hear me. Like they could hear me doing the review, but I just kept plowing over everyone. And so they eventually,
Sustained dominance.
yeah, so they eventually figured it out that I that I couldn't hear because they were like, he
There's no
just like
way
talked
Owen is
over
just.
Todd once, and then I talked over someone else, and Todd was like, let me go check.
That's. What were they saying when you're just cutting them off?
I don't know. It was just like questions about the design, like have you considered this, stuff like that.
Because I can
Nothing.
tell, like, I know for a fact you give such realistic, like, I'm done talking pauses when you're not done talking. So I bet it, because it was you, it was so obvious. Or, I mean, it was so not obvious.
Maybe,
Like, I
but
mean, that you couldn't hear them. Because there's no way
yeah,
with me you last 15 minutes.
yeah, you're a different breed though. But and also when I'm doing this sort of thing where I have what I'm gonna say somewhat prepared, I'm very much like going through it quick. Like then at
That's
the end,
hilarious.
there was like we went over. I finally got my oh, and then I like couldn't figure out because I like flipped my headset on and off, and I still couldn't hear, but they could still hear me. So I'm like, well, I'm just going to keep going. And so then I finish the review, like going through it myself, and then I leave the meeting and come back.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to just do that right away because I was the one recording the meeting. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So I leave the meeting, come back, and then I can hear them. So I think it was just like a Teams glitch or something.
And then what did they say?
And then, I mean, no one cared. Like, they just thought it was funny. And then we went over.
I know, I'm thinking someone might have jokes. Anyone say a funny joke?
Yeah, so then there wasn't much, like, mitigation or anything. Like, they were pretty much like, yeah, it looks good. Like,
Because
you did a
they
good
let you
job.
finish.
And then, but normally at these things, there's always, like, something wasn't met. And then everything was good. And so then Jordan was like, wow, I guess we need to learn Owen's technique here and just every time act like you can't hear anyone and just plow through the whole thing, and then you'll never have any mitigation items. And then I was like, yeah, I mean, it works every time. This is what I used to do to Tim and his team meetings. Because back when I used to lead the intros for like the whole high level software meetings, I would just like plow through my slides, and Tim would be like trying to butt in with like little jokes and asides. The manager,
like, no.
like the manager of all of our teams, and it was the reason that I didn't, and maybe why Todd didn't catch on is because he like just thought I was doing the same thing as I did to Tim. Is because there's a little delay with teams, and when I know what I'm gonna say, I'm just going through. And so with Tim, like I would hear him start to talk, but I was already on to the next thing. And I thought it was kind of funny to just keep plowing ahead.
Keep going.
So I would. But if I heard people in the review, even if I kept going, I would have stopped. But I couldn't hear anyone.
You do.
And they didn't have their cameras on. And I don't even think I was looking. I bet Todd had his camera on, but I wasn't looking. Because I was looking at the review and my notes.
Todd was like, hey.
Maybe.
Hear me out. You actually, this is super on brand. You love just plowing through when I'm talking too. I'll be saying, you're talking, and then I'm like, ooh, and then you just go, anyway, and you just keep on, or you go, yeah, anyway, and you just keep moving.
Yeah, because I need to get out what I was going to say. If I know what I was going to say, yeah, for sure.
And if you ever in a room, if you ever just are seeing Owen talking to another person and you have a quick question for him, like, there are times when it's appropriate to like interrupt a conversation because you got a quick thing and it's just like time sensitive, and their thing isn't that time sensitive, but you're like, I just gotta cut in quick, be like, hey, quickly, I have a question for you. You can't do that with Owen because he's talking to the person, and if he's trying to talk to them and you tried to cut in, you could say the whole thing and what he'll do is he'll be looking at the person he was already talking to, and he'll just like point at the person who's about to ask him, who is trying to ask him something, and he'll just fully stay locked in on the other one, finish the sentence or the thing, and then he'll like slowly kind of turn and go, what's up? And it's like, you just had to wait, because you were like, there's nothing, like, I'm really good at interrupting people. It's like a specialty of mine.
As we know.
It's hard to do with Owen, because sometimes you'll do the thing that would, for most people, be considered, they interrupted me. You talked while I was talking, and Owen will just kind of, I respect it. I hate it. I hate it so much.
I demand space for my presence, dude.
Oh.
Okay, just kidding.
Okay.
All right.
No, I like it.
That was my story.
I demand space for my presence.
Do you have
That's crazy.
Do you have any stories?
Wow. I mean, you're really on a roll. I don't know if I have anything. Do I have any stories? My car has not been working. I'll tell you this story. No! Who died, Owen? Jane Goodall. Tell me who that is. Why don't you? Don't Google it. Please. I want you to tell me right now if you know who it is. Before you Google it. We can see in your glasses. I see the pictures of the chimpanzees. He asked me, I said, Jane Goodall died. He said, who?
Dude.
I said, I'll give you a second. Who's Jane Goodall? He said, I don't know.
I know who she is. I just don't know her name.
I mean, that's crazy. know her name.
Like
Her name is my name.
now that I see the pictures, I'm like, oh yeah, I know who that is, and I know her story.
I'm recording the podcast, little baby Bo. What? Huh? Owen's riding his bike. He's always riding his bike. You want to see Owen? Are you nervous? Okay. I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. I love you. Press the button. It's a microphone. Dude, I'll press the button. That's the best. Like, I love that. To get Bo to hang up on you so that you don't have to do it to him, you just ask him if he wants to press the big red button.
Yeah, he likes pressing it.
Anyways, Jane Goodall, you should know every single person whose name is Jane. That's like, especially if they're like notable.
Bro, I don't even know people that are named Owen that are known. It's because there aren't any. Got him. No. Is there any? I don't know.
All I can think of is Owen Meany. Owen, what's his name?
Wilson?
Russell? Owen Russell?
Wilson.
Owen Wilson. That's who I was thinking of. Yeah. Okay. That's a really big bummer that Jane Goodall died. What a legend. What an icon. Also, Jane Fonda is bringing back the First Amendment group. I don't know what it's called.
Do you know that
Apparently-
Owen Wilson? Sorry, this is so. Sorry,
What?
I shouldn't interrupt what you're
What?
saying.
What?
Owen Wilson is Lightning McQueen.
Yeah, I did know that. It sounds just like him.
Because I was like looking through. Okay, I've never heard of this Owen Wilson guy. He was just the first Owen on Google. And I'm looking through his movie, and I'm like, oh, no wonder I haven't heard of him. Because, like, Zoolander, never seen it. Stick, never seen it. Wedding Crashers, never seen it. Marley and Me, never seen it. Night at the Museum, never seen it. Marry Me, never seen it. And then I see...
I've seen any movies.
I haven't seen that many movies. And then I see Cars, and I'm like, bro, this guy was my childhood. And I'm like, okay,
That
maybe
was your childhood?
maybe he was
You've really
like...
never said a thing about that movie. I've never heard you even mention it.
And then I'm like, well, maybe he was just like, you know...
A supporting character?
Yeah, like the Italian pit stop guy. But no, he's Lightning McQueen.
Why do you know a whole like a side character? And I've never heard you bring this movie up in 5 years.
Dude, it's just I had it on DVD.
5 years.
It was one of the few movies that we had on DVD.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm
And we
surprised you
did
saw
a
that
lot
movie.
of driving in the car back and forth from Michigan and everywhere else across the whole country.
You're so cute. I can picture your little big head.
And
You're like, I want to watch Cars because we go in the car.
And yeah, that was one of them. That was one of them. That's
What
the
were the other
reason
ones?
that I can like quote the whole Miracle on Ice movie. Is that was another movie we had on DVD, and probably watched
Oh.
it over 40 times in the car on.
So you know what a
Different road trips.
hyperfixation feels like.
Um,
But it was a forced
maybe
one.
it was kind of forced. Yeah.
So tell me what's another one?
Another movie that I've seen a bunch because of that.
Mhm.
I'm sure there's other ones. The American Girl doll swimming movie. I forget.
I've
what...
heard about this one.
Yeah.
Interesting. I've heard about those two. Miracle and the girl one. Why is Cars so underreported by you?
I think another reason I probably haven't seen Cars as much as I've seen American Girl doll Krista Stands Strong, but
You Googled that?
yeah,
You did
but
not
I
remember
did
that.
one year for Christmas get a Cars computer game on a disc. Back when you got computer games on disc, and it was like could barely run on our super old 2001 eMac, and I remember playing it.
Is that for everybody?
What?
Like iMac is like I?
I don't know.
What is I?
I don't know. But anyways,
Electronic?
sure. I remember playing that game a lot, and I couldn't get past like the second event. It was like an open world story game, which for its time was like kind of insane.
Least favorite type of
Really
game.
good game. And but I couldn't get past like the second thing to unlock the rest of the open world story part because I was so bad at it. Because I was like too young to know how to.
Did you have glasses at the time?
Of course.
Oh.
And then, bro, I didn't know how to read. I could,
Yeah,
like,
how were you reading the game?
no, no, no. I'm saying like before I had glasses, I didn't know how to like read or talk or do
You
anything.
still don't know how to read or talk. I don't understand.
Brother. Uh anyways, let me finish the story about the game.
I'm sorry.
And then like in middle school, I found it again. The
really?
game that I played so much but only got through like 2% of the game.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, I wonder if this is actually hard or if I was just like 2, you know? And I put it in like a newer computer and it could actually like run smoothly. And then I played the whole game, which it took me a while. It's a fire game. Might have to go try and find it and play it again. But it was not hard to get past the second thing. And then yeah, played the whole game.
That
So
makes me so sad for baby Owen.
I think that game, and I did see the movie quite a bit. I have a special place in my heart for cars. And the
okay.
other part about it is I never had a console growing up. My parents didn't want me to have a console, like video game console, which was a good call because I
Smart
would
call.
have been addicted 100%.
Because you are.
And that's
100%.
all I would have done. But because of that, and I knew I wanted to play video games, it was just like, oh, I have this one video game that I can kind of play that doesn't really work, and I can't get past the second level. So,
well, at least it made it. At least it was challenging.
yeah. And that's about it.
You ever play Icy Towers?
No.
That was my jam. I was pretty good at it. We played it at my grandma's house, Grandma Darlene, and Kermit the Frog. No. Grandpa Kermit, though, was his name was Kermit. But they had a computer in their basement, and we could play Icy Tower, and you play it with the arrow keys, left, right arrow keys, and the space bar. Like, that's all you do. And it's just, like, so simple and quick thinking and quick moving, you know, when it gets faster. That is, for me,
Is
the
it
type
similar
of game
to
I'm not
Tetris?
trying to read. No. Well, yes. But no. It's not, it's like the same concept, but kind of like
You're trying to build
inward.
up.
You're trying to go up the towers,
fast
and you're
as
going
possible.
off these. You ever play
Doodle Jump?
Doodle Jump? I was literally thinking about Doodle Jump. It's like that,
Yes.
but on the computer, and it's like this guy, and you know what? His fit, little Icy Towers man, his fit would go hard currently. He's got the baggiest jeans you've ever seen, with a beanie. And this man is just flipping and flopping, and then if you reach a different level, you get a different type of
Beanie?
steps.
Oh.
No, different steps. So you get like wooden ones, you get ice ones, you get like I don't know, other kinds of textures, and then every time you reach a new level, you get a bunch of these little stars that go. It's like the best.
It sounds
I
epic.
literally want to play it. I've tried finding it. It's not that. I feel like it's kind of hard to get the original.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes.
Yeah, me and my siblings would play that because I don't like. Do not give me a game that I have to like. Oh, you're slowly walking over to the next person, and then you get to click on the person, and then a ton of reading, and none of it even makes sense to me. I don't give a crap why I'm on this mission. Just let me do the mission. I don't need backstory. I need it fast and colorful. Okay. Speaking of like things that you don't do much anymore. So yours was games that came in like a CD. Mine, addressing a letter, like an envelope. I had to do that today at work.
Such a weird segue. Speaking of things you don't really do much anymore, yours is disc computer games. Bro, that is like, if there's going to be like one thing that I'm like, yeah, I used to do that a lot and I don't do it anymore.
No. I meant like, because generationally, technologically, you said that about the thing, and it reminded me of this. It worked. It's a great segue. The best segue you've ever seen.
Okay.
I have a better segue than you.
You don't write letters.
Do you know who I'm being?
No. You don't write letters.
Exact. No. Well, no. Correct. No one does. Because why would you? That's silly. Hear
It's
me out.
cutesy.
It is cutesy. It's like, oh, but like also just that's really a lot of effort. But even like all work things, I'm sending an email. I'm clicking a button. Whatever. And I get an email and it says, "Can you please print this and mail it out today?" This needs to be mailed out today. Do you know how terrifying that is? Because I do not trust the mail to be sent out ever. I was like, that's a terrifying sentence to read. One, maybe I know how to do that. Two, I don't know when the mail gets sent out. Like, what if it's already gone?
So it's a good learning
Now,
experience.
for what reason, though? We're not going back in time. Anyway, it's fine. I do kind of know how to do it. I just haven't, I've maybe sent 5 letters my entire life. Because, like, why we don't do it very often, okay? I receive mail. I know how to do that.
All right. Quickly before we do,
I wasn't done.
Well, you're gonna have to be.
Can I be finished? When I finish with my thing first?
Yeah, quickly.
Okay, so then I have to go up to my boss and be like, "Hi," because the paper you have to fold it. There's like a bunch of them, and you fold it because there's the top of it. The top of the first page has like the addresses on it. But I was like, the address that is visible in the little see-through part of the envelope is our address. So this has to be wrong. So I have to walk up to my boss and be like, "Hi, nice to meet you. I'm from the Generation Z. Gen Z, you might say. I don't know how to do this."
What'd she say?
She said, "Don't use that envelope. We have other envelopes." And then I'm like, "Okay." And I think this is where I need to send it. So just write it. Like, I don't print it.
So you just wrote it.
It's like, wow, this is incredible. Who would have thought? You just take ink to paper and oh wow, look at a dress. I was so afraid to write on it. I was like, this feels so permanent. I don't want to do this. There's no back button. I can't screw up. And so I'm like copying it off the email.
Did you send it?
But I had to Google how to address an envelope because I was like, where do you put the
Brother.
address on?
You're giving Gen Z a bad rap. People in Gen Z know how to do this.
Listen, I looked at her and I said, "Do I need a stamp?" It's like, I don't even know where to find stamps. Like,
did they have stamps for you?
An easy task. And I was like, wait. Oh no, apparently. So what happens is, so I wrote on the thing, I did screw up a letter, but it's fine. I fixed it kind of, I just wrote over it. And I was like, ooh. I made a word a lowercase letter, and then I was like, wait, that needs to be uppercase. And I just wrote on top of it. And she was like, "I'll bring you to the mailroom." Because she's like, normally you could just put it in our outgoing thing on our mailboxes, but I think the mail already got picked up, which is what I was worried about. She's like, "You have to walk over here. It's like behind where parcels are that you can pick up. And you go in this office, and there's a bin, and it says outgoing mail, and then there's one that says stamped mail. So if you don't have to stamp it. You can just put it in the bin, and then they'll stamp it." And then I'm thinking, someone at like the Division of Unemployment Insurance is getting a letter, is getting something, and probably gonna look at the envelope and be like, "Did a 12-year-old write this? Why does it look like crap?"
You have good handwriting.
If there's any pressure involved, I have the worst handwriting, and I constantly do mess ups and have to like. Oh, it was just the funniest thing. But my boss is very nice, and she was like, "It's fine, you know." Because I told them in the interview, they were like, "What do you do if you make a mistake or don't know how to do something?" I say, "I'm loud and proud about it. I'll tell you right now if I screw up. And I'll fix it, and I'll learn from it, but, like, I don't have the ability to hide that, so
Alright.
if I don't know how to write a letter."
Quickly before we do Weird in a Bad Way.
We got a new battery for my car. Just so everyone knows, because we started that a while ago.
Holy cow, yeah, we got a new battery. I have to go back to AutoZone today, though, because the bolt broke off inside the car that holds the battery in place.
It's been dead for days, and Owen has been saying, "I can fix it."
Well, it's because
I
there
need
was
to try.
battery acid all over the top of it, so I wanted to try and clear it out and reconnect the terminals first. Because the number one, uh, the number one
The hiccups.
gotcha when replacing a bad battery is that the battery is not bad, but this time it was. So, um, but if it's not bad, you're just gonna replace it and it's gonna die again
Yeah.
for like the alternator or something. But anyways, um,
But this time it was.
yeah, this time it was actually bad. Um, quickly before we do weird in a bad way, what do you think of the new Taylor Swift album that came out today?
I want everybody to hear me when I say this. It's a good album, and if you don't like it, you're a loser. Just kidding. No, I just think there's a lot of hate rhetoric on the internet. I'm not here for that.
Are
Um,
people hating on it?
People are saying, the song Eldest Daughter, they're like, oh, so cringe, so millennial of her to say savage and meme. That's what people are saying. This is the language we're using. Like, it doesn't have to be language from the 15th century to be good lyrics. Like, that just bugs me a little bit. I don't think I love it necessarily. Like, it might not be everyone's cup of tea, so I get it. But
It is
also, like,
pretty
that doesn't.
cringe.
The word meme, though,
No, I'm
is
just kidding.
used.
I'm just kidding. It's not cringe.
Do you know what I mean, though? Like,
Yeah.
she's saying words that we use. It doesn't have to always be like, I found a different word for it. Sometimes it's just use the words that people are using and have fun. And it's a bop. And there's just a lot of bops. And some of them are really sad at the same time as being a bop.
I thought it was pretty good.
I think my favorite.
It's not my favorite album of hers, but I think that's just because I don't like poppy music as much as I like.
Yeah, this is for the pop
music.
girls and boys.
Apparently so.
This is for all the genders, they, thems. Yeah, I really love it. I'm trying to think. There was I really like. I just really like the whole album. I'm really just annoyed that it's so short. It ends, and I'm like,
it is pretty short.
That was barely even a. It was barely even a thing.
All right, weird in a bad way, bro. I still have to go to AutoZone tonight.
Okay.
Okay, what's your weird in a bad way?
Me first.
Yeah.
Okay. I heard someone say this, or I saw someone like write it, and I was like, ugh. Saying neuro spicy. I'll kill you. Listen, I already hate being like, oh, I'm neurodivergent. But you're not gonna say neurospicy and get away with it. That's disgusting.
I'm neurospicy?
You sound like a pervert. You sound like a pervert.
What does neurospicy mean?
It means neurodivergent. Like you got a little something going on, a little too much Tylenol.
Oh.
A little too much Tylenol. A little too many vaccines.
So I'm neurospicy.
Ugh. That's what they would say. I think it's disgusting. It's abhorrent. I hate it. Who says it? Something about that really gets me. People that are like, you want to talk about being cringe? That's cringe. There's a word for it, and yours isn't better than the current. So you just can't. Because spicy, I feel like to me, is such a word used by people that I just don't like. People use that word like, I'm so spicy and I'm tough. No, you're annoying.
People do like to use that for cycling. Like, oh, did the group ride get spicy? And I'm like, what?
Or they use it like, ooh, this book is spicy. So then when I hear neurospicy, I'm thinking you're thinking about porn. That's the only connection I can.
Okay.
I don't know.
Chill.
It's just.
Chill.
That's why I don't like it. That's why I don't like it. It's just like, what? You're neurospicy?
All right.
Either you're you're annoying, is what you're saying. Like you're like, oh, I'm spicy, or you're just gross. I don't know. What's your weird in a bad way? That was a perfect weird in a bad way. Declaring it. It's yours.
I'm thinking.
You're doing a dramatic pause. I could give you a couple more. The fact that I
remember what it was going to be.
This.
I remember what it was going to be. Weird in a bad way. When you order glasses online and they get delayed for months. When I say months, I mean they were supposed to come like a month ago. They got delayed like 1 month. But it was already like a 3-week wait like it was supposed to be. So then it was like a 7-week wait. And I'm so excited because they're green, but kind of like a not a very it's like a muted green, you know? Kind of got a clear transparency vibe in the frame, but like slightly green, like a sage green that matches my eyes nice. Anyways,
It
I'm
did.
pretty excited about them. They get here, bro, they give me insane headaches every time I wear them. So weird in a bad
Something
way.
about the
Already
shape.
weird in a bad way how long you have to wait when you pick out new glasses. Then for them to come and you're really excited about them, and then you're like, nah, you can't wear these. They're just going to ruin your day.
I have a last thing. I'm really upset about the glasses. They're really cute.
Well, I shipped them
Just for the
back.
record. I know, I was there. I know you're talking to the crowd. The crowd of 3. So hear me out. P. Diddy got sentenced for his crimes, of which I'm not 100% sure all what it was. But there was a post on Instagram I saw that said, Diddy sentenced 50 months. Blah, blah, blah. And I open the comments. I'm ready for it. I open it. Months? Like, shocked. It should be more. But the comment underneath is 4 years. They just said months. I knew, like, I had the first thought of months, and then I had the second thought of that's a lot of months. It's got to be years. But I love seeing someone say it out loud. I love that. Do more of that. Say things out loud. And then also correct people who say things like that out loud, because it's just and with just the correct answer. No, you idiot. No, oh my god, how do you not know that 50 months is just 4 years? That's so perfect. If you're on Instagram, open the comments for a deluxe experience. You're
All right.
missing a lot.
That's it for this week. We'll hopefully be back
Catch you on the
next week.
flip.
Yeah. All right. Peace.
Maybe Rose will be here.
Hopefully. We can only hope.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, love you.